You got crane. You got snake. You got panther. Dragon. Tiger! I finished top 5 in the UK Tekken Force tournament. I got given a signed poster art of Lei Wulong by Harada. What's up, YouTube? It's your favorite Tekken veteran Aussie back with another one. Ex-organizer. I'm missing this player so much. There's a character missing from modern Tekken, guys. Let me give you a clue. Snake. Dragon. Crane. Tiger. Panther. That's Lei Wulong. The brother that is inspired by Jackie Chan is missing in modern Tekken. Why? He's the most expressive character in Tekken, you know? I don't understand, but Lei's completely missing. And today I want to talk about why he matters to me, because I used to play him in tournament. Now here you can see the origins of Lei Wulong. He stood out completely to me. While most characters had fairly straightforward fighting styles, Lei was based heavily in Tekken 2 on that drunken boxing kung fu, right, which was inspired by Hong Kong cinema. But the real magic, guys, was in the gameplay, because in Tekken 2 he didn't have his stances just yet. He could play dead and he can fight back turn. Now the Tekken 3 era, this is where Lei became legendary. When Tekken 3 released, Lei became even more popular, and Lei was one of my favorite characters that showed how deep Tekken could be, because now he's got all the stances. He had tricky lows, stance transitions, evasive movement, especially with Drunken Master, and the offense with Razor Rush, where you can go into all the stances. This is where Lei went to another level. He got Crane, the Karate Kid stance. Then he got Snake, and then he got Panther. Now, Panther was the game changer. This is what made Lei stand out from everyone else, because this was a legit 50-50. You, as the opponent, had to guess. He can either go low or he can go mid. You legitly had to guess here. He can parry if you hold forward and someone hits a low, but that low, you can't see this. And then he has a mid into a juggle. This is Lei's most powerful stance, Panther. And then he had Dragon. Now with Dragon, for me, it wasn't my favorite stance, but it was useful to go into other transitions, other stances. But he had a grab here. If you pressed 1, he would go like this, turn and grab you. And now for me, his second most powerful stance is Tiger. If you went into this stance, just know Tiger 4 is the most amazing move for Lei Wulong. Whoop, there it is. Tekken 4 is so deep. It really captivated my imagination, right, with the characters. I really fell in love with all the characters, and this is so deep. Reading this, it hurts me. Look what it says here. Lei's life was consumed by police work as usual. Unfortunately for Lei, his living girlfriend got fed up with his workaholic lifestyle and dumped him in favor for Lei's assistant. Lei was devastated. Guys, how many people has this happened to? This is so life relatable, right? That he gave his all to a woman, working for her, providing for her, and he got cheated on. And they put this in the game. And as a kid, I didn't understand this now, but looking back at this is so deep, right? And Lei was devastated. It actually kind of reminds me of Heat. Have you guys seen Heat with Al Pacino? But he didn't stand down. He kept going. Tekken 4 is inspirational, guys. Really is the most inspiring Tekken for me anyway. Forget the gameplay, the storyline. For me, Tekken 4 will be remembered for character development and its immersive gameplay with the stages. I don't really care about when people say the game was broken. I don't care about that. After a while, you want content, man. This had content. And they connect the storyline with Nina and Steve. Now, I made a video about RE9, why it's phenomenal, why everyone's playing it, is because the gameplay and the storyline are amazing. Tekken 4 had that. You guys went away from it. Okay, by the time Tekken 5 arrived and Tekken 6, guys, Lei's legacy was cemented. He was a technical specialist. Yes, Lei Wulong was hard to use. He wasn't easy. He's probably one of the hardest characters to use, especially in tournament, because he relied on setups. Now, a character designed for players who wanted to explore every mechanic that Tekken had to offer, Lei Wulong was your guy. His transition became even more smoother with experienced players that could change them together to create mind games. Lei players weren't just fighting, they were performing. So watching a great Lei player felt almost like watching a choreography or watching theatre. It was poetry in motion, guys. Now, guys, speaking of poetry in motion, he had an evasive step. If you press back 3-4 with a certain timing, you can just evade away from danger. And this was a phenomenal game changer for Lei Wulong players, where he could just bounce. You were trying to catch me, I'll set you up. Interestingly now, guys, for Tekken 7, Lei didn't make an immediate return. He didn't even launch with Tekken 7. He was brought back in Season 3 as a DLC character. And a lot of fans demanded his return, and I was so confused. This was a dark time for me in life, actually. My career as a Tekken event organizer finished. I couldn't play with my favorite character. I just felt like the Tekken world just said, you know what, Ozzy, fuck you. We don't want you in our world no more. That's just how I felt. I know it wasn't personal, but that alone for me tells you how beloved this character was. But even in Tekken 7, you could see the challenge developers face with characters like Lei. He's incredibly deep, but also very difficult for new players to understand. And I think that's where they struggled to put in Lei, because there's so many boring characters that have made it over Lei. And for me, guys, why Lei matters? He's an integral part of my life. I'm going to show you why. I finished top 5 in the UK Tekken Force tournament. I got given a signed poster art of Lei Wulong by Harada. This is so sentimental for me that my character is not in the game, and it hurts so much that every day I have to play with someone else I don't really want to play with. This is sentimental to me, very dear to my heart. I might put it up in the back. It means a lot to me. And my character's not in the game. For me, he represents something special about Tekken. He represents freedom, expression, creativity. And that's what I was about when I was doing events. Lei was the ultimate expression character. The character someone picks really says a lot about them. I know a lot of pros use characters just to win. I never did. A lot of pros would say to me, Ozzy, you know what, use this character, you'd win with him, this and that. But you know how I see it? I see that as selling your soul. Hear me out. In life, they say, fake it till you make it. For me, I never prescribed to that. Kissing ass, and it's not a skill I was born with. I always believed, you know what, if you can't open doors by being yourself, then those people don't deserve you. And that's how I felt with Lei Wulong. I never conformed, I never changed, I always played Lei. He was very dear to my heart. He's a character that reminds me to stay true to myself. Now, everyone had their own style, everyone had their own flow, and that's something fighting game needs. And that's something that Tekken 8 is missing. But look, I'll show you some of my tournament highlights, which I found really funny. Now, I'm going up against Ru Kang, and this is a true throwback. And it's gone to the final game, final round, and he hits me with this. And this is so funny. I loved, oh man, I missed this tomato stage. So look, he should win here, right? But look, this is why Lei was beautiful. You gotta guess, baby. Look at that. Just one mistake. And unfortunately, Tekken 8, every character can do this. Every character's got a 50-50. And I don't know if they bring him back, how it will work. Now, guys, Lei had so many weaknesses, but for me, his number one weakness was his wall carry. Look, hear me in tournament trying to take this guy to the wall. And I'll probably end up losing this round. But his wall carry was so bad. Here I am in a tournament. There you go. Younger Ozzy right there. Who's the daddy? Fred Flintstone. A t-shirt. I ain't no Fred Flintstone, but I can make a bedrock. That's what I used to tell the ladies. I used to go by the alias of Lion-O from Thundercats. Ho! Where the hoes at? Guy looked like he just come back from work. For me, Tekken feels incomplete without Lei Wulong. But the real question is simple. Will Lei Wulong ever return to Tekken 8? He came in Tekken 7 Season 3. We ain't going into Season 4 now. It doesn't look like he'll be coming back. But if he does, I think he would bring so much joy to so many players. Even if you didn't like Lei or playing against Lei, you know he was a unique character, right? But guys, until then, Lei remains one of the most amazing characters, Tekken's most missed characters. And I've been reading your comments, guys. Do you want Lei back in Tekken 8? Did you hate fighting against Lei? And if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe button to continue with my journey. Ozzy's out. Peace.